What's up, guys? So we're back with another Town of Salem game again. This one actually went really well, I'm not gonna lie. In this one I'm Godfather, and we used a lot of pretty cool strategies that worked well. We had a pretty flawless win here, and I don't really think it was because Town wasn't really stupid in any situation. They behaved pretty much how you would expect them to. I think we kind of just played Town pretty well in a lot of these situations. So, we noticed that we have a janitor consort, and that actually is probably one of the main reasons we were able to win this. So what we do is William Phipps, who is the consort, he wants 3 to claim role blocked, to kind of maybe just confirm himself with the spy wheel, so that he'll be able to claim escort or something like that. So I let the mafioso choose. So we attack wheel, and he gets cleaned as well. So right off the bat, people are going to be suspicious of any retributionist or medium claims. I think about claiming spy. I'm not sure what I'm going to claim yet, but I decide not to really go for it because a lot of times when I claim a spy, that backfires on me and doesn't work out well because you have to bug the jailer, and jailer could be role blocked or something. It's just a lot of work as well. So I decided to stick with the simple bodyguard claim. We can see that wheel was cleaned, which is good. So right off the bat here in chat, the same person was jailed twice, as you can see, or not jailed twice, they were visited twice in jail, which is kind of weird, so I pointed that out. But I'm not trying to sound like a jester here, so I kind of just pointed out, trying to talk so people aren't gonna vote me up if I'm too quiet. I'm kind of planning out how I can make myself look not suspicious. Really, you can't actually get confirmed as if you're going to claim bodyguard. People are going to be suspicious of you with all the other TP claims, but janitor does help with that a little bit. And then right here, we realize there's no spies. So that's actually pretty good for our consort, because he'll be able to claim escort, but I don't even know if he really ends up needing to really, but that happens. So I hit the VFR button, of course. I choose to put Abigail Hobbs on trial, and this actually was probably one of the most important parts of the entire game. Literally, this VFR is kind of what determined our entire win. So you're going to see Abigail Hobbs gets voted up. Honestly, just now as I'm recording this, I forgot I'm the one that initiated that VFR, but she says she's ret. So I'm like, okay, a ret claim. And we have a janitor. So I'm thinking maybe we can try and get this person lynched. I'm not sure what I'm looking for here. I can't really remember why I'm scrolling up there in chat. I think I might have been looking for jailer or something. I'm not entirely sure. There's one TSCC. Obviously, the town is not stupid enough to guilty this, though. We're obviously going to give them a chance. William Phipps says this is fake, I think, which makes him look really suspicious. Yeah. Come to think of it, we did get lucky at quite a lot of points. But I decided we all say it. No one guilty is obviously, because we want to let the ret give them a chance. But then I'm pretty sure eventually here, jailer is gonna say, or someone's gonna ask the jailer to jail the ret. Yeah, it's that dude, and it's her. So they want them to jail the retributionists, since they won't be able to revive tonight because the wheel is cleaned and retributionists can't revive clean rolls. So they're gonna jail the ret, and then I'm thinking here, well, that's good because we can just not clean tonight. And that'll make them look suspicious because we want them to think that that retributionist is the janitor. I was saying we should attack ret in jail, but then eventually, after some time passed, I realized that wouldn't really make sense if we're trying to make them look like a janitor and not a mafioso. So we don't do that. Instead, mafioso says attack Laura Lovely. I'm thinking about anybody else better, and then I just kind of let that one slide. And we don't clean as well. So there's no clean, as you can see. We had our janitor decide not to clean that because we want them to think that we want them to think that Abigail Hobbs, who we know for a fact was definitely jailed, we want them to think that she is not the retributionist and that she's a janitor. So that happens, and then also, I'm pretty sure jailer dies pretty soon here. Yeah, it's tomorrow that jailer dies, but so I immediately say there was no clean, LOL. Not directly accusing Abigail of being a janitor, but I'm kind of maybe hinting at it. And then I say was ret jailed, to kind of just confirm things. And then I think the investigator up there says Higgy's medium ret jan. which no one really paid attention to, so that's good for us. And then I start saying wreck fate, and then they say give Ret claim 1 night. So 1 night to revive, because you can't really, still not a great reason to lynch a retributionist, even if there's no clean, but that does make them look really suspicious. And then we say if BG isn't revived tonight, Ret dies. And so here I'm instantly thinking, well, we have a consort, so we can just role block them, so that works perfectly. So we start voting up this dude right here. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it was because, it might have been because of what he posted. No, he claims Doc, so he's a TP claim. I think we just voted him up because he was quiet. He switched over to William Phipps, who's our consort, and that makes him look kind of suspicious. So right away here, I'm thinking, and I realize that there's a dead bodyguard. I have bodyguard written in my will, and this is a TP. So I CC'd it because obviously I want them to die, but after this, I'm afraid that I'm going to get executed by the jailer because I'm thinking that this is actual. I know this is probably the actual doctor. So it's BGGF Arso, and I say this could be Arso, and I'm hoping that it actually is Arso, so that it doesn't really make me look suspicious. Then they say oof, so you can tell that this is an arsonist and that I would have been good. But if this was a doctor, that would have made me look really suspicious. I whispered to Abigail and I said that I'm going to be on her tonight, so I'm kind of coming out as BG there. I'm going to be on tonight in case Moff go after you, is what I meant to say. So yeah. And then obviously we plan not to attack her, but it's pretty obvious here we want to role block her so that the town gets suspicious of her. And I say, Red, do your thing, because I know they're not going to be able to. So one of our Mafia gets hauled off to jail here. It's our Mafioso. And somehow he didn't die. We could have role blocked Jailer here to try and save them, but I guess he convinced the jailer not to X them, so that worked out pretty well. So I say we can roll out Rhett and get them lynched, and then William says we didn't clean, that's bad. So I decided to hit Away, who's the jailer. And I took a big risk there. I was really scared there would still be town protective on them, but it turned out completely fine. And this worked out perfectly for me because I said that I would be on Abigail tonight, so that gives me a good excuse for why the jailer died. So you'll see Away's dead, but we know they're jailer. That's been pretty obvious for a while. And the best part is they didn't even execute our Mafioso because he claimed Vigi. So that worked out well because no one else really claimed Vigi. And then over here, where everyone's pretty salty about the retributionist, and then you can see they're really salty as well. Saying that he's being framed by Moff so hard, it's actually so smart. And so the retributionist is really, really salty. And then I'm kind of just saying one's confirmed Janny. All of us Mafia are just framing one completely. We're pushing on them pretty hard. And then V says I'm framed. V's kind of just messing around. V's claiming BG and all this stuff. So yeah. And then we see V as Framer Vamp Jest, which obviously there's no vampire and we know we have no Framer, so that confirms him as a Jester for us. So we know we're going to want to keep them alive. So we instantly voted up Abigail Hobbs very quickly. Town didn't seem to catch how fast the votes were and that the votes weren't really slow. So we framed her pretty hard for being janitor, and then she kind of just gives up. She says there's consort and janity. Moff is really smart, GG. So that worked out pretty well for us. Killing jailer, I'm really surprised that worked as well, because there could have been random TP. I would have been the one killed by the bodyguard since the mafioso was jailed. So that worked out pretty well. And then I said, notice V didn't vote this up, just putting that out there. I don't think I really caught on to the fact that V was Jester yet. I think that happens a bit later for me. Maybe over here when I start scrolling up. So then I say, what I want to do now is I want to kind of start messing around with the town that are left. I'm going to tell them I'm going to vest tonight. And then I'm kind of trying to act like I'm baiting the Mafia towards me. In a way. Kind of just trying to make them think I'm town, but really they probably don't trust me at this point. It's pretty obvious who Mafia are. Town is slowly losing majority. There's no jailer to execute anyone, and the TK is maybe vigilante. Oh yeah, their TK is vigilante. That's right. So what's happening now? If you missed it, I think Elena claimed Vigi, and she's gonna shoot one of us tonight, so we can just rollblock her. Consort played a really big part into this as well. Same with the janitor. There's our random off that made us able to use all that to our advantage. I'm kind of lagging here a bit as well. So we distract Elena, and then I look at who to kill. And I think I went for Rhett and VPR Dumb. I can't remember what specifically they claimed. I think it was TI, but I don't entirely remember. So we cleaned them as well, which was good. Yeah, that's right. It's clean. So I literally don't even know what this role is still right now, but they died, so that's that. With all the important roles out of the way, it makes things a lot easier. So then, we put our plan in action. The mafioso, who claimed Vigi to jailer, says that he shot Elena and that it's too strong. And then, as you can see, she's very defensive. I wasn't even shot, in all caps. You are Mafia. And of course, we literally just, all of us start accusing 14 of being evil. And so then I'm trying to think of what to put in my will. I put her in my will as if I guarded her. Not sure why, but it's not like I needed to post it anyway at this point. And then I point out that 2's Jester. Even though I do know they're Jester, I'm kind of just trying to speak to them in a way. So there's this huge fight going on, and this takes a while. I'm surprised this actually worked. Town could have played this a little bit better. They were able to go for the Jester here. The Jester could have been put up, and the Jester could have killed Mafia. But Town is all split up here with Mafia. I think some of our Mafia are even after the Jester. I go to the Jester for a bit and then switch, because I realize 14 has a higher vote, and then 14 ends up getting voted up. And pretty much all of our Mafia plus 1 Town voted this. You'll even see them say that right here. They say 4 votes were Mafia, and then you'll see 1 Town voted it up as well. So yeah. So basically, we rollblocked them. The mafioso claimed vigilante and kind of took charge. We just really played the town here and took charge. They say all towns done this. Obviously, that's not gonna work. Plague Doctor says I will inno. He is our janitor, so that kind of scares me. I'm like, well, so you gotta actually inno. But literally, this was like a 6-1 or something like that, from what I remember. And this got guiltied very easily. Only 1 town voted innocent. One of the other towns, Higgy, voted guilty. Don't know why, but he did. So yeah. And then he's kind of just making fun of the town, which honestly, I don't think town was bad. I think town was pretty decent. I think they just got played pretty well. We got lucky though too. I killed the jailer. There was no TP on them, so that worked really well. And I have VPR number 1 as well, which worked out well. And then we had the consort. Without consort, we probably wouldn't have won this either. Same with the janitor, because we couldn't have framed the ret. But yeah. So we know 2's Jester, and we want to go for the last TI. So I go for 5, because I think they're a TI claim. Jester was trash, but I don't mind giving them the victory. Which is true. Jester wasn't the best, but it's nice to just give them a victory. So I get a little scared there that that's the veteran, but it ends up being fine. I don't really know why we cleaned it, honestly, but we did. Because there's really no point. We gain majority as soon as that person dies. So that ends. It's day 6 now. And town kind of knows they lost, so they kind of give up. And they just say, give Just win, guys, which I was okay with doing. We all were, even if Jester did kill one of us, we would still get the victory. So yeah. We vote up Jester. Town knows they've lost and knows there's no hope left, so they were just willing to die at this point. And yeah, respects. That's basically how this game ends. We lynch Jester, we kill the other 2. That's how this ends. I'm not sure what I'm looking. I think what I'm looking for. I think I'm trying to make sure that we haven't killed veteran, or that we don't accidentally kill veteran tomorrow, so we can end the game quickly. So yeah, he says we won already. Give us the win, and then at this point, I'm down for that. So yeah, And I'm thinking town's gonna end on this, so one of our mafia is gonna die. And I was kind of bummed because I was thinking that well, we could have a flawless win here and we could keep all 4 mafia alive, but the town's gonna end out, so Jester will have to kill one of them. To kill one of them, but it worked out. Town guilty, they didn't care. And then we told Jester asked who Town was. We told him 13 and 11, and then we just told the Jester to kill 13, and then obviously we kill 11, and then boom, we ended up getting the flawless mafia win, which was pretty nice. I don't know if there's an achievement for that, but I haven't had that in a while. Usually most cases that happens, it's because Town is like throwing or something, but honestly I feel like Town did decent here. We just got really lucky with the random moth. Having a consort and a janitor helped a lot, and then we played them pretty well by framing the retributionist, and then we also framed that other guy as well. So not only did we kill, but we framed 2 people and got them accused. The first one I understand, but the second one, Town was a little bit hesitant, and they still voted it up anyways. I didn't expect the second one to work, but it did. So as you can see here, literally both towns are dead. None of us mafia were killed. So I'm like, oh, that's great. I was thinking, oh, maybe we'll die of a vet here, but nope, it turned out well. All 4 of us mafia are alive. I feel kind of bad for arsonist though, because they literally kind of just got VFR'd up there, and then yeah. But it's crazy because literally just one VFR in that retributionist caused them to have to claim now, and then we kind of are like, oh, we have a consort, we have a janitor, we can maybe do something with this. We know Retri is getting jailed, so we can not clean tonight. If we don't clean tonight, they'll think they're janitor. And then we're like, okay, well, BG's dead, you can revive them, they're not cleans. And then we roblock them. And consort, I don't think he roblocked tonight once, so there wasn't really a confirmed consort. There was no spy to confirm that. So yeah,